This is the new 2024 Toyota RAV4 Limited All-Wheel Drive. So after its 2019 redesign, in 2023 it got a mid-cycle refresh including a tech upgrade and some new features. But the demand for mid-size crossovers is growing and growing, and with the RAV4 being at the top for years, competitors like Subaru and Hyundai are trying to take it down. So is this RAV4 still at the top in 2024? Let's go ahead and find out. Now let's get started with the styling. The RAV4 has always been a stylish vehicle, and that continues for 2024. Starting with the grille, we have a really cool honeycomb grille design with little openings here and there, and it's finished in a nice chrome matte finish. We have all functionality at the top and at the bottom, leaving no fake vents at all. Coming to the headlights, we have completely LED daytime running lamps and projector beam headlights, which is always a nice thing to have, and LED turn signals with the LED fog lights that are included. And when we move on to the wheels, we're looking at 19-inch wheels exclusive to the XLE Premium and Limited trim that look very nice with its matte finish. Coming to the side profile, continuing for 2024, we have a stylish one. Starting with this chrome strip at the top that looks pretty sweet in the sun, and the body side moldings toward the middle add extra style and protection along with the jam protection at the bottom. The mirrors will be mostly loaded, missing auto dimming and power folding, which is pretty disappointing for the top trim level. And coming to the back, it looks pretty stylish with these new blacked out badges that are not only available on the XSE trim, but are optional on the Limited and all other trim levels, and this nice piece of aluminum that goes in between the headlights. Coming to the taillights, these will be completely incandescent with the exception of the brake lights. Now coming to the interior, this is exactly where the Limited trim level shines. This is a very luxurious cabin for a small mid-size SUV that's only worth $40,000. Starting with the door panel, we have soft touch plastic with this very fancy copper contrast stitching, 2 memory seats, and all your switchgear with a leather padded armrest. I love how you have a lot of storage down below and nice RAV4 branding by the speakers and on the door sills. Coming to the seats, these are very nice and comfortable, perforated soft touch leather seats, and I love the color combo right here. These will be 8-way power adjusting with 2 ways of lumbar, and it is very easy to get in and out despite it being 8 inches off the ground. Starting with the steering wheel, we have a very nicely leather-wrapped steering wheel that will be heated, and I love holding onto this because it feels very good to the hand. Part of the tech upgrade for 2023 was that the digital gauge cluster was finally in the RAV4 after 4 years of not having it. And, well, I really like this setup because the Tundra's digital gauge cluster just did not have much customization, and it has a very cool animation if you change drive modes. Coming to the materials, we have soft touch plastic along the upper dash, more soft touch plastic in a different color with copper contrast stitching, a little bit by your knee, and some nice aluminum. When it comes to storage, the RAV4 delivers and just does not stop, with a ton of storage places to put anything and a nice grippy pattern so that nothing will slip out. We also have a very deep center console with a removable tray and 2 USB-C ports. Coming to the climate controls, I love the setup here because these are very intuitive physical buttons and knobs that feel very good to the hand. We also have 3 stages of heated seats and ventilated seats. Now moving on to the infotainment system, we have Toyota's latest audio multimedia system in the 12.3-inch setup. This is a very intuitive system to use compared to last year's Entune 3.0 system. We have navigation and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with a place to put the wire if you need the wired Android Auto and a wireless phone charger. Now when it comes to the backup cameras, I really like this setup here because as you can see, we have a 360 bird's eye view camera that can be activated through the settings. But for now we have high resolution, active trajectory, and push a button down here to activate the 360 view. I love this because you can see exactly what is around you and a top-down view, and you can just pause it whenever you need to. This is a very safe and good setup. You also have a Wi-Fi hotspot. Now, looking up here, we have controls for a normal size sunroof, however a panoramic view is optional, and you have a normal rear view mirror with the option of a rear camera by the flick of a switch. So now coming to the passenger side, this is basically as nice as the driver's side, which is pretty rare in most cars. Starting with the door panel, we have pretty much the same materials, including the softest plastic and leather, and the nice handle, but you lose a couple switchgear controls. You have plenty of storage at the bottom, and when it comes to the seats, these will change a little bit. We have the same Softex leather with the same exact color combo, which looks really cool on this RAV4, but you do lose 4 ways of power adjusting. You will still have those door sill protectors that have RAV4 branding, and getting in is a breeze. Once you get in, you will have nice aluminum surrounding the vents, soft touch material with some contrast stitching, and a storage area that has grippy padding if you don't have the grippiest phone case. Now, coming to the glove box, it is pretty easy to open and close, and it has a relatively good amount of space, coming with the owner's manual and all of that. With the sun visor, you have a little mirror, and it will come out and will not extend because the window is not big enough, so it does not need to extend. The second row of this RAV4 truly impresses with the amount of amenities it has and just the amount of space it has, which truly impressed me and the driver when we got here. Starting with the door panel, it is pretty much the same as the front, softest plastic and leather with the nice handle and the one window control. Down at the bottom you have a single bottle holder with nothing else, and you are missing the RAV4 branding for the door sills. Now, with the seats, we have the same leather and the same color combo, which looks really hot, and these seats will be reclining. Now getting in, it is really easy to get in if you're hauling extra passenger around, and if you have seniors in the car, and you just have a ton of legroom. You have a seat back pocket on the back of the passenger side, and down below we have 2 USB-C ports with no climate controls. The seat warmers will be on the door instead, and you can see that we can pull down the center seat for the center console. The seat back pocket is not very roomy. It doesn't have a lot of space inside of it, and as you can see with this passenger seat, so it all the way back, I have a ton of room. So coming to the cargo area of this RAV4, this is the other area that this truly impresses. To open the cargo area, you can kick your foot under the bumper, or you could use the key or the switch underneath of the Toyota emblem. Opening it up, as you can see, we have the option of the cargo tray and the cargo cover. The cargo cover does ensure that thieves in San Francisco cannot just peek in and see what you have back there, and you just cover that up. You have a ton of space back here, exactly 37.6 cubic feet of cargo room with the second row up, and 69.8 with the second row down, which is an absolutely massive amount considering that this is not the biggest SUV. We have a cubby on the right side, nothing on the left side, besides a speaker, but this is a great cargo area. Now coming to the powertrain, we have one of two options today. We have the gas one, which produces 219 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque coming from a 2.5-liter inline four-cylinder engine. This gets about 25 miles per gallon combined, which is pretty good. However, you can get better with the hybrid. When it comes to competition, the RAV4 has been dominating for years with the sales charts and with basically everything when it comes to comforts and space. Now, the CRV has been redesigned for 2023 and the Forester has been refreshed for 2023, leaving this RAV4 in a tight spot. However, it broke a record selling 345,000 units in 2020. The CRV sold nearly 37,000 less units than the RAV4 did, and the Tucson follows at 103,000. Coming to the dimensions, the RAV4 measures in at 187 inches in length and 72 inches in the width. Well, that is going to wrap up today's video, guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. The RAV4 truly impresses, even in 2024, nearly 5 years after its redesign for 2019. Special thanks to Tyler at Victory Toyota of Canton. His information and the link to this car is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.